Hi, I'm Heidi. I'm the founder of the First Aid Nest, and today we're going to talk about spider bites, Australian spider bites. So, did you know that the Sydney funnel web spider is by far the most deadly spider in the world? And yes, it lives here where I live in Sydney, Australia, mostly in like a larger area, sort of Greater Sydney in New South Wales. And it is extremely, excuse me, extremely deadly. So its fangs can actually go through a fingernail. So that's how vicious these little things are. And the venom can certainly kill you. So there are many, many other spider types. That's probably the worst. They're not necessarily really aggressive. They do actually live sort of underground and obviously they create funnel webs. But if you do come across one and they feel threatened, then they're going to bite. So the other types of spiders is obviously a redback, which less deadly, but they still can cause some really serious health concerns and possibly death if, in worst case scenario. But the redback spider bite is extremely painful. So there's a couple of things you'd need to do when you get bitten by a spider, or if you get bitten by a spider. So if you can identify that spider as venomous, or you already can see that is actually a funnel web spider, then you need to do what's called a pressure immobilization technique, or PIT, P-I-T. And the way you do this is you use two bandages. So this is why you should always have, if you're out and about or in your car, always have a first aid kit available. So you need two bandages. One would be a slightly smaller elasticated bandage, and that would, say the bite was here, that would just be wrapped directly over the bite. Okay, so wrapped round and round and round. You shouldn't be able to get your finger underneath. That's how tight the bandage needs to be. Okay, obviously not cutting off the circulation, but you need it to be really firm. Okay, so just one bandage just around the bite. Now the next bandage should be a slightly bigger elasticated bandage, so a wider one, and that goes from tip to either groin or armpit. Okay, so you would start bandaging from the tip all the way up, and again tight so that you can't really get your finger under the bandage, all the way up to the armpit, or if it's on the leg, the bite, then you would wrap the first bandage directly around the bite, whether that be on the calf or the thigh or wherever, and then wrap the bandage from the toes all the way up to the groin. Okay, so what this does is it helps to stop the venom getting to the lymph nodes, which then will put the venom into your general circulation. Okay, the other thing is obviously to try not to panic. I know that's easier said than done, but when you panic, your heart rate, your blood pressure goes up and things get pushed around your body quicker. Okay, so remember these things. Always don't try and pick up the spider, identify it and take it to emergency with you. Okay, if you can snap a picture, that would be really, really helpful. And I think the last thing to finish on really is to know that actually there has been no recorded deaths from funnel web spiders since 1981, when the anti-venom was found and introduced. And Australian ED departments have anti-venom commonly. So that's reassuring. So there's no recorded deaths, which basically says that they don't know of anyone that has died of a funnel web spider bite since the introduction of the anti-venom. So that's great. You know where we are. Any questions, comments, you can leave below for us today. Take care.